Alison. Hi, Lorraine. How are we doing? Are you having these thunderstorms and all this rain that we've got? We've got so much of it. It's quite wet. Hi, Tracy. Well, at least it's cooled down, I guess. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Candice. I was thinking about you earlier. There you go. In a good way. Hi, Jen. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Angela. Don't know why Facebook keeps messing about this way. Yeah, I've been we've had a lot of rain. I mean, like torrential and thunder and lightning today. Actually, we've had it quite a bit over the last 3 days, haven't we? It's been really good. Yeah, much better than some of this heat wave. I can't be doing with that, to be honest with you. So I'm happy. Yeah, same, Lorraine. We just need it to last a bit longer, I think. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Jill. Right. Have you missed me? No, you haven't even noticed I've been gone, have you? I've been working so hard. I have been absolutely it's amazing what switching the phone off will do, because I've nearly up to date with stuff. I reckon another day and I'm going to be nearly there. Oh, have you not got any rain, Ulrika? Well, I guess it's going to cut. Which way was it going when you looked at it? Oh, no, it's going the wrong way, isn't it?
Yeah, it was going northeasterly,
perhaps. Right, okay, so I think this is going to be our last class for Spectrum Sherbet, and I'm now quite concerned because I've got nothing to replace it with. So I'm going to have a think about that. Not quite sure what we're going to do. But I will say that now we're getting into retreat season, because the first 2 weeks in October, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of both weeks, we've got residential retreats on. And even though we might be home in time for class on the Wednesday, my experience is I just want to go to sleep. And trying to teach a class will just be horrible for everybody, and you really don't want that. So I have enticed the amazing Ellie to come and do a couple of weeks with you. And she's been working on a mini book and she's shown it to me, and I really, really like it. Hi, Millie. It is seriously cute, actually. So, yes, there's those 2 weeks, which is, I think, let me just grab my calendar. It is, it's October, isn't it? October the 5th and 12th. Ellie's going to be showing you a mini. And like I said, it's really cute. So when she's 100% happy with it, I'm sure she'll show it to you. But yeah, it's really cute, and I think you're going to have lots of fun with that. So Mark and I'll probably pop into class, but we'll probably just be sitting somewhere with our feet up, I would imagine. So yeah, it's not long, Lorraine. I've updated pretty much everything today. So I'll be in touch with everybody later who's coming on the retreats. I don't know, Jen. I think it's a stash busting exercise. Any paper you like. Yes, she does. Ellie's on in Crafting Together with All Brands tomorrow instead of me, because Ellie couldn't do Tuesday, but she could do Thursday. So I've decided to take a step back this week to get some stuff done. And yeah, Ellie's going to be on tomorrow, which will be absolutely brilliant. It'll be loads of fun. Well, I can't say I have, Lorraine. So, yeah, so I reckon this is going to be our last Spectrum Sherbet. What we're going to do after this, I don't know. I've got all the stuff for the next book. I just haven't even started making it yet. So I don't even know what it's going to be like, but whatever. So tonight, what I want to get done is we're going to decorate our covers and also have a look at what we've still got to decorate inside, I reckon, because we've still got a few blank little spaces inside if you've been following me. So I'm decorating up my hardback, but I'm decorating it up in exactly the same way as my folio, if that makes sense. So what we need to do is cover the front and the back and the spine inside and out. And by the looks of this, I have used, let's see, this paper on the front. I don't know what I've used on the back. Oh, that one. Okay. So let me just have a measure.
Sure.
I haven't finished unpacking from the last retreat yet.
No joke.
No, because I haven't even found my ruler. My good little ruler. I don't even know where it is. 8. Is it 8 by 10? Yeah, 8 by 10.
Yeah.
So, do you know what? My trimmer needs a good clean. I don't know about anything else. Let's just cut that bottom bit off. By the looks of this, I'll trim that down a little bit.
Louise has noticed your mat is inches side up.
Yes, it is. I've been doing some videoing this week, and I wanted to use a different mat because the one that Mark bought me I've pretty much wrecked. So because I've been doing loads of filming this week as well. It's been Film City here, and I thought I'd put it up, and yeah, I thought I'd change my mat, and yes, I thought I'd better put inches on, because you know, inches.
The rain's lost a big boner.
Oh, I found my big boner. I just don't know where my decent ruler is, but I've lost that since I think probably INSD back in May. So it's got to be around somewhere.
Hiya, Jen.
Hi, Jen. Let's have a look and see what I did on the back. Okay.
And Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. Right, so I'm cutting this down to, well, I'm cutting it down to 7 7/8 by, I don't even know, 9 7/8, nearly 10. So I'll just start with those two for now. And I think I'm going to glue these down. I had some glue earlier. I don't know how much glue I've gone through this week. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Mary.
Hello. First
if you've ordered one of our advent calendars, I had a few deliveries. Well, I've had a few deliveries lately anyway for it, but I had one this week, which I think is quite possibly the best item in it.
I like it.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes.
And actually, it's not for making books. That's all I'm going to say. But you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Right, so let's put that on the front. Oh, this just doesn't want to sit. Let's try it that way around, see if I can get it a bit better. Well, something's not straight, either me or this cover. Right, so that's going to be my front cover. Now let's do the back.
Oh no, Jen's household has had COVID.
Oh no. Mind you, ours didn't. I managed to still not catch it.
I took it for you, dear.
You did. You were a good lad.
I threw myself under the bus.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to do the same on this one actually. It's easier to do it this way round. Okay, and then now I've just got a flat spine, but obviously if you've done the folio, you're going to have these strips, because we've obviously scored all the way around there to make this much more flexible. So if you're going to cut, then obviously these are 1/2 inch score marks along here. So you want to be cutting your strips at 3/8 of an inch. But for my hardback version, I'm really hoping that there's going to be enough of the cardstock, because it's really nice, that multicoloured one. It's that one, isn't it? So what's the width?
Cindy asked, what are your plans in Columbus, as I'll be there, retreat classes, etc.?
Well, I'm still chatting to Diana. I actually need to ring her back today, and I didn't. We had a bit of a chat yesterday. And I know she's found somewhere, and I know she's booked some dates. But much more than that, we're not quite sure at the moment. I'll have a word with her tomorrow, and I will get back to you with some more information. Right, I'm going to cut one of these for the outside and one for the inside as well. Oh, that's so close. It's near enough. It'll do.
Okay, he says hi. She had a hard time finding the link.
Oh, must be the weather. You've got what now?
We've got clear skies now.
Yeah, typically.
Oh, actually, not that there.
So let's see. I'm going to put some in the middle here. Oh, you idiot, Cal.
What have you done?
I put it on upside down. Put it on back to front. Well, it doesn't matter. That's the nice thing about this paper, actually. It really doesn't matter at all.
We haven't noticed.
Well, no, you won't really, because they're all nice, so it doesn't matter. But I put it on upside down because I'm an idiot. I love putting this bit in the middle, or like between pages in books, because it just finishes it off so nicely. Yeah, so that's going to be my front cover, but I don't mind, actually. That's quite nice. It'll be nice to have a different one.
Mixing it up.
Right, let's get this on the spine. Okay, right. So now I've done that, there's still a few spaces inside that I need to fill. And the joyous thing is now all the paper that I've got left, actually, I can just use anywhere. So I'm going to remove that because that's it's stuck. That, oh no. Oh, how's that happened? I might have to cut that again.
Lorraine asks, off topic, is Cannock Chase haunted?
Apparently, so we are told. I haven't seen anything myself, although I could tell you a story.
No, don't tell that story.
All right. So I've actually got plenty left now.
Amazing.
So let me just see what's going to be the best to use. Yeah, there's supposed to be black-eyed children, or whatever they are. I'm trying to think what else there is. Yeah, black-eyed children. They're supposed to be a UFO hot spot, but I can't say I've ever seen anything. Oh, that fits. There's a few buildings around here that are supposed to be very, very haunted. What's that pub called on Watling Street?
I was watching something on YouTube and they mentioned it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I don't know. It's quite interesting when you look into the history of the chase, though. There's, there's a. I haven't found it yet, but I don't know if it's proper ruins or not, or whether it's just like, what do you call it? Things in the ground. But there was a mental hospital, wasn't there? Yeah. And there's just the I think it's just the what sits on the ground now, just the right, okay, that's all done. Right, that needs something. So oh, sorry.
My eyes.
It's known for other things rather than being haunted, I would say.
Yes.
But we'll just leave that there.
I think it's where it started. All became famous next to a certain footballer.
Well, it wasn't just him, was it?
Well, no, obviously, but being as he lived on the edge of Cannock Chase,
yes,
it was a convenient place to go and walk his dog.
Yes.
So to speak.
Right. So I've got these two bits.
Oh no, we're going to start talking about serial killers now.
Oh, I've perked up in interest.
That's what he said.
Oh dear.
Mary had nothing to do with dogs.
It was something to do with dogs, yes. Walking them, I think.
Yeah.
When Rachel was a young teenager, she had one of her best friends over to stay, which was lovely. And we'd seen on the news that that evening, apparently the what do you call it? The sun's rays were so strong that it was quite likely that you'd see the aurora borealis on the chase. So we waited until it got dark and we took the girls out, stopped the car to see if we could see anything. And
a steady stream of cars.
Yes, then everybody else decided to stop and see what we were doing. I think they were somewhat disappointed. And we suddenly realised what was going on and what they were hoping to find. And we'd got these two, 12-year-old girls with us. So very swiftly, we removed them and us and came home. Yeah, that was an experience. Oh, yeah, I know that's 10. I don't know why I'm looking at that. 10 by 3.
Where's Max just come from?
I don't know. Nobody probably thinks you've got treats.
That's because I have.
Have you now?
If it comes back.
Oh, that's upside down.
Well, that's a theme for the day.
It is. I've just put white cardstock on that to signify photographs, I think. So that's just, okay, that's done. That's done. I'm going to put something on there. So that is, let's have a look. 5 by 5.
Jill says she has lots of UFOs there. That's unfinished objects.
Oh, yes, I have 1 or 2 of those.
Yes.
There we go. I'm going to put these back, otherwise I'm going to end up losing them. We'll come back to photo mats in a bit. I just want to get all the matting done before we go on to other bits. So I think I'm probably going to have to cut that again. Rats. Okay, so that'll do for that side. Lots I've got to do on this side. Let's have a look on here. That top one, which I can't even remember the size, but you think I should do by now. Is it 6.5? What colour was it? Blues. Do you know what? I've come to the conclusion that making books is a very physical thing to do. You never stop moving, the top half of you anyway.
Tires me.
I should have really muscly arms. Is that all? Yep. So let's pop that back. Put that inside there. There we go. Plus the cat hairs, they're the best bit. I think that was 5. Oh, of course it was 5. What else would it be? I haven't cut out all of my photo mats yet. I know. do like this greeny one. Okay, vote then. If you're using Spectrum Sherbet, or if you used it on another project, you know that it's kind of divided into two colourways. There's the tidal wave, which is the blues and the greens and the teals. And then there's the pink side, which is strawberry lemonade. So that's the pinks and the oranges. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer the strawberry lemonade side, or do you prefer the this side, the what do you call it, tidal wave? Interested to know. 5 by 5. I've actually got a lot more paper left over than I had when I first made this. That is quite astounding. I might have to piece this together. I don't think I've got a piece big enough for 5 by 5. Typically. Was it 5?
The reviews, neither.
You're joking. Do you not like it? I love it. I've actually kept some for myself.
It does seem to be quite the even split.
I will say I treated myself to, hang on.
Wow.
I treated myself to, hang on. Let me see if I can find it. This one, although I've mixed it, but that one. Guess which one I'd go for? Haha, the tidal wave. The Vicken. I rather like that. So yeah, I treated myself.
Doesn't like it at all.
But how could you not like it? It's so colourful.
Alison says she has that too.
Well, it's understandable. It's all lovely.
Often, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, so I'm just going to cheat here and pretend that this is the nice thing about this paper, is that because it's so kind of mixed up anyway, you can't tell when you're kind of paper piecing on top because this piece is so short. All right, so that is actually my whole book matted. And I actually have, oh no, we've got to do the insides of here, haven't we? Hold on, what's this? I am. Let's measure these. 5.5 by 3.5. 5.5 by 3.5.
Mary says she likes both, but thinks tidal wave is more muted and subtle.
Yes, that's true.
And Millie, now she's had a think she likes both.
Well, there is that problem.
Well, it's really like Max. Hello, Max.
Oh, should we tell them?
Oh, I don't know.
Are we going to jinx it?
I don't know. But Max might have.
Yes, Max might have a little brother. So keep your fingers crossed.
Oh, he's looking at me all dewy-eyed.
It's because he knows you've got treats. Don't be taken in by him. Oh, you're so soft.
And Ryan says, how exciting. Have you told Max, though?
No, because we don't want to get his hopes up. Basically, there's a kitten. Well, he's not a kitten, he's a year old. Who needs some extra attention. And apparently, we're the men for the job.
Cats.
Yes. So that would be most lovely. But we'll have to wait and see because we're just understandably cautious at the moment because, you know, we don't want to bring corona back in the house or, you know, anything that could cause problems. So we're just being a little bit cautious.
But on that, another good note, Storm has been to the vets.
Yes, Storm's been to the vets this week and she definitely has arthritis in her knees. Which isn't the good news bit because it's clicky, isn't it? It's causing us some problems.
Quite
Where did I put my glue? Has anybody seen it? What the heck?
But she's okay to carry on with the medicine.
Yes, she's had a blood test and
all is good.
There it is. Yeah, so all's good with Storm's medicine.
How's that put to my pen?
Oh no, it wasn't me.
That wasn't me.
Has it been maxed? Let's have a look.
Something's had a right tune.
I think that's been maxed.
Your best pen.
Although it doesn't look very. There is a cat hair in it. It doesn't look awfully recent.
It's in this house. Yeah, but I've lost it for a while. Oh, he's back again. He's heard his name.
I haven't got enough room to work here. I'm doing that thing, you know, like crafters do, where you work in like 1 square inch of space. Oh. Okay. What's he moaning about now?
Who?
Max, I can hear him moaning about something.
I think he's chasing moths. Janelle says it took 2 days for older cat to accept his new little brother. Now they are inseparable.
Oh, 2 days isn't bad.
It's doing really good.
But yeah, we gather that this young man that we might be taking on, for lots of really good reasons, hasn't had the human contact that you might have hoped for. So he needs kind of socializing. Right, okay, so that is my book. That's completely base matted up now, right? I'm happy with that. So we've still got a few things that we need to talk about. We need to talk about photo mats. We need to talk about layering up and decorating. And we need to talk about the closure on this bit here, because we haven't done that yet either. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to take a photo mat and I'm just going to grab one here and I'm going to show you how I did them in my other book. Okay. So with the photo mats, I've just put white cardstock down in lieu of photographs. But I've tried to make it interesting. You could just cover it in white cardstock if you wanted. Because I know not everybody makes books to put photos in. So, right. So this photo mat, for example, is 6 by 9.5 inches. So if I cut some white cardstock.
Oh, Janelle says, can we see the inside of the spine from the folio version?
Yep, it's exactly the same as the outside. Oh, so that's the inside. And that's the outside. So they're actually identical. The inside and the outside. Oh, that white cardstock that was on the chair. Are you sitting on it?
I'm not sitting on it. It is behind me, but I'm not leaning on it.
Thank you. So I'm going to cut some photo mats out.
Oh, we've got Jane on YouTube. I've missed.
Hi, Jane. So I'm just cut this just under 6.
Oh, her two have severe arthritis.
And I'm going to cut them at 4. Yeah, it seems to be quite a common thing with cats. So if you've got some marvellous stamps that say, place your 6 by 4 inch photo here, or some such thing, gosh, I don't know where you could get something like that from, Mark.
Like what?
My stamps.
Look.
No. No, dear. Could you put up a link, please?
Oh,
so you could. Oh, so you could use some stamps on here. Can I really not measure? No. Let's just cut that down a bit.
Yeah, A5 ones.
Yeah, I haven't got the others yet.
I was a million miles away.
I know. So yeah, when I've got a big photo mat, rather than just have it, well, not in this case, the pattern paper, but just rather than have it, like one big block of colour or white cardstock or whatever, if I'm not making my book to put photos in, because let's be honest, not all of us make books to put photos in. I like to try and break it up to give it a bit of interest. So I've cut 4 photo mats here, or pieces of white card, which, like I said, you can stamp. You can doodle on. All sorts of things.
And Ryan says, Tess and Charlie weren't socialised when we got them at around 3 months old. I think they were terrified by the children who used to have them.
Oh,
Dear.
that's sad. Well, we haven't heard that this lad gets scared. He's just not overly... He just doesn't like being touched, but that will change. Mind you, having said that, British Shorthairs don't, do they?
No.
But the thing is, you see, Max is 2 next week. It's his birthday on the 16th.
It is.
Yeah, and Storm's, how old is she?
12.
12, which isn't hugely old for a cat, but it's quite old for a British Shorthair.
Yeah.
And she's obviously got, well, we know she's got arthritis. She's not as runny aroundy as she used to be. And quite frankly, she's a grumpy old woman anyway. She's a lot like me. And that's why we get on so well. So, you know, playing isn't really in her vocabulary. She does like to play, but when she wants to play.
Oh, Mary asks, how are the new words coming along?
Oh, they're on my list of things still to do this week. They're all done. I've just got to get them sorted out. In fact, I was talking to Joe about that and something else earlier on. So it's in the pipeline. I just want to make a couple of changes and then we can send them to the printer. So now I've got this gap here and I like to fill that with a bit of pattern paper. So let me measure the gap. So 1 1/4-ish. Let me find some nice patterned paper.
Candy says, I know how she feels.
Yeah, me too. I think she takes after her poor mother.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've been saying for a while that we want a playmate for Max, but to be brutally honest, it's quite a scary prospect. You know, we've lost... Oh, that fits. I'm going for that. You know, we lost 3 in quick succession. The thoughts of losing Storm absolutely terrifies me. So I'm dithering a bit.
Right.
I don't know why I keep doing that because I can never find the mark when I've done it.
Jane says, would you be fostering new kitty?
No. We've
Very kind person.
Very kind person. And if she lets us tell you, we will tell you if it happens. Very kind lady who we both like a lot in the business, the cat business. Thinks that this lovely young man would be very happy with us. And of course, she wants what's best for him. Knows that we're looking for a playmate for Max, or at least contemplating the idea. So there you go. So yeah, so this is what I like to do with my photo mats, just to add a bit of interest in there. Now, with regard to decorating the rest of it up, I haven't got all the bits and pieces that you've got in your kit. So here, what I have got is what I got left over from my original. So I'm going to play with these bits for a bit. So let me just put this away, or bits of this away, because this is how much stuff is in this kit. There is still lots of bits left. Right, I'm just going to get rid of all of the paper bits. See, I didn't really have much left at all. There was much more. I could cut those out. None of those left, unfortunately. Although I could use packaging for something. See, even the packaging you can, cut out and use bits from.
Yeah, Jane on YouTube says the packaging is fabulous.
It is.
Just used a bit of it for inserts.
So have I used some on my original book. Now, this probably isn't the best example because this photo mat forms part of this closure on here. So I don't really actually want to add anything to it. Oh, there we go. Because it's going to keep getting stuck under these bits. But on my original here, this is actually my favourite page. And what I did was I took some backgrounds, and I'll cut some out so that you can see. And all I did was I just layered up lots of these lovely bits of ephemera, the words, some of the chipboard pieces, some of the stickers, all sorts of bits. I just layered them up just to make something really interesting. And I glued this, and just to bear this in mind when you're making it, you can only glue it to the top. Don't glue it, because if you've got, if you're using this long bit, don't glue the bottom, because you'll never be able to open up the bit underneath. So only glue the top. So what I'm going to do now I've shown you how I've put my photo mat together, I'm going to make a kind of like a layered up thing to decorate that front bit with. Now, this is really hard to show. I can't show you exactly how I do it, or I can't give you any tips on how to put something like this together, because I haven't got any.
Jane says, could we have a close-up photo of those bits, please?
You've got all the close-up photos that you could possibly want. They're in the OneDrive. So all of the if you want close-up photos of the books or any particular bits of it, all of those are already in the OneDrive for any of the books that we've made. So you can go and have a look in there, and then there's bits of everything. And there's some good ones of that because it was my favourite. So I'm going to use a bit of this, I think. Let me just cut that down. Now, I think what I'm going to do, because this is packaging, this doesn't have to be completely straight. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to unstraighten the edges, because I'm weird like that. So if you've got a kit, if you have a look in your, I don't know, I think it was in the die cut ephemera pieces, you've got a few, bits that you can use as a background. But like I said, I'm using bits of packaging. Okay. So what else have I got? Got bits of that. I've got that. Let's see. Still got a couple of words left. Not very fascinating ones. Got a few flowers. This is going to be difficult because I haven't got much left. Oh, there's one I made earlier. Use that on something. Squished leaves. Okay, so I've got some bits and pieces here. So now I need to just decide what I'm going to put on where. And it's literally, I'm really self-conscious doing this now. But it's really just a case of playing around until you get something that you like. So layer things up.
Excuse the noise in the background.
Yes, what are you doing, dear?
I'm putting kits together.
Oh.
For the Advent calendar.
Ah.
Shh. I've got quite a few envelopes.
do with some more bits. I had a word for there. These need a few more things.
Bits and bobs.
Yeah. But this is the problem. I'm using kind of like the dregs of what I've got left over. Anyway, I'm going to spend all night faffing with this. So I just place things on. I'm very much of the more is more mentality. So I just keep adding until I've decided that there's enough on there, which usually is never. But you get the idea. Just keep adding. Until you're happy with it. You get the idea. That could do with being a bit smaller, to be honest with you. I might just cut those down a bit more before I start gluing them together. But you get the idea. You just got to layer up. And then all I will do once I've glued it all together, and I am definitely going to make them smaller, is just open up my book. And then I'm just going to glue it on this top bit here, not on the bottom. But that will go on like that. So that when we open it, these flaps here, we can still open because it's not glued down there. But you get the idea. It's just a case of just adding things on until you're happy with them. Same with, you know, like here's one. I used because I made myself a bit of a charm. So this is how I put the charm together. I literally just used some bits and pieces that I'd got left, glued them all together, and then just put a jump ring through here and added that all up. But, you know, you could put it, if you're having a hard spine, you can put it on your spine. There's all sorts of things that you can layer up and, you know, mess around. And that's cute going there. Anyway, you get the idea. Right, this bit, we'll do this. You have a choice with your closure for here. You can either get your photo mats to go that go in there, and you can just maybe clip them on with a paper clip, or you could make it, I guess, more like a kind of a policy envelope type thing. So what you can do if you want is put a couple of eyelets in. Let me just grab those.
Jane likes the idea of putting the tag on the spine.
Yes, we did that. We did something similar in a Christmas book that we made. So I'm just going to work out where the middle of this is. got a pencil, got a ruler. So that's 5.5. Half of 5.5 is 2 3/4.
Yep.
So I'm just going to make a mark there. Let's try and get it in shot so you can see. I'm going to take my crocodile. I'm going to set it, I think, to 1/2 inch. There we go. Make the hole and my eyelet. I can never get this bit right. Oh, that's not too bad.
Well, it says, wasn't there a similar closure in office hours?
There probably was. I can't remember.
There's so many.
There are. Let's do the same here. I think there was. 2 3/4.
My tea's just hit my. Oh.
There we go. And then, not that I've got one, but you can just grab a length of ribbon and just tie it between these 2 points so it holds it quite tight down onto the page so that you can hold any photo mats and such like in there. With regard to any bits of ephemera, or, you know, like if you've had a kit, you've got loads of tags, you can pop tags into your acetate pockets. I'd put just white cardstock on that. You've got lots of little pockets that you can fill with photo mats and all sorts of things. And trust me, once you've put all your photo mats in this book and they're all decorated, this is going to expand. At the moment, it shuts quite nicely. But once you put those things on, this is going to be, it's going to be a big one. It's going to need its 3-inch spine, basically, plus cat hair. Because no book is complete without it. So that...
Wendy on YouTube says this album is gorgeous.
Thank you. I quite like it, I have to say. But I think that's it. I think we are done. So, no idea what we're doing next week. I'll think of something. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's taken a while, but I think it was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
If you've got any problems finishing off, just give me a shout. Having said that, I'm still not going to be I'm going to be out of action again tomorrow. I reckon just finishing some bits off and then I'll be back with a vengeance. But thank you for being so patient with me this week because, yeah, I had a lot to catch up on. I got so far behind with all this faffing about with Dad and goodness knows what else. Dad's operation's the 26th now, which is a Tuesday, I think, isn't it? But I'll be back for class anyway. So, yeah, if you get stuck, just give me a shout. I'm probably not going to be... Next couple of weeks. I'm probably going to be out of action again tomorrow, but I'm really looking forward to seeing your versions of this. And I will see you all on Sunday, because we have got 6x6 Sunday on Sunday.
We have.
But no crafting together with all brands tomorrow. So I'm going to pop along and I'm going to see what Ellie's doing. And I'm going to go and watch Ellie. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. We'll see you really soon. Have a great rest of the week. And thank you for joining us. Bye.
Oh.